my name is Charlene Nagsas.
And I am Jonathan Maamo.
And today we are here at Microbial to be going to buy our ingredients for our investigatory project. The ingredients that we are going to use in our investigatory project are milk, butter, biscuit, rice, and also we are going to use plastic container.
Okay, so we're going to get those items.
So let's go!
Hello again everyone guys. So I am just going to give you an overview on what is our investigatory project all about. So our investigatory project is all about observing what really affects or influence the growth of microorganisms such as microbial growth. So the ingredients needed in conducting this investigatory project are plastic container, milk, cooked rice, biscuit, bread, and lastly the cheese. So what we're going to do here is that, listen, okay? We are going to make two setups. The first setup would be the closed system setup, and the other one is the open system setup. So for example, what am I going to do is that, for example, we're going to put the bread, we put the other one in the open system setup, and the other bread will be placed in a closed system setup. So I am going to do this the same to all the ingredients. Just give me a minute to prepare all of this and I'll be right back. Hi guys, I'm back. So this is it, our final setup for the investigatory project. So as you can see, we have the ingredients are placed in a closed system setup. Okay, this area. And the other one, this one, are the ingredients are placed in an open system setup. So guys, the last thing that we are going to do is that we are going to observe the closed system setup and the open system setup for at least 3 to 5 days. Okay, so we are going to document what are the changes that is happening here in the closed system setup and what are the changes also that is happening here at the open system setup. Okay. First, bread. Open system, closed system. For the open system, there are no molds or microbes that grow on the bread, but the bread becomes harder. While for the closed system, there are molds that grow on the bread. Why? High rate of moisture and the temperature are suitable for molds to grow. Once a spore finds a piece of bread in the dark, cool place where the air does not circulate well, it sinks its little feet called hypae into the spaces that makes up the surface of the bread.
Molds spread rapidly, forming mycelium or mold colony. That closed container also keep the rate of moisture, which means the humidity rate on the container stays the same and high, which are suitable for molds to grow. While for the open system, there are no molds that grow on the bread because there is an air circulation in the room and the low humidity, which is not suitable for microbes to grow.
Second, on milk. Open system, closed system. For the open system, the milk are spoiled quickly. The milk texture becomes thin and the volume of milk decreases. While for the closed system, the milk are spoiled slowly. We can see that there are two layers formed and there are no texture changes on the milk. Why?
Spoilage occurs due to harmful bacteria known as streptococci, which feeds on lactose and converts it into lactic acid. Because of this lactic acid production, the acid content in milk increases that causes the pH to drop. This low pH causes the milk to clump. If lactic acid increases, it causes casein molecule in milk to clump. Because of this, we can see that the milk are clump and become thick in texture.
For the third one is rice. Open system, closed system. For the open system, we can see that the rice are spoiled slowly. The molds that grow on the rice are in small quantity, then the rice becomes harder. While for the closed system, we can see that the rice are spoiled quickly. The quantity of molds that grow on the rice increases every day until day 7. The molds grow rapidly. Why?
Bacillus cereus bacteria is classically contacted from rice dishes that have been sitting at room temperature for hours. Bacillus cereus also contain in the uncooked rice. If we didn't handle or cook it in the right way, the rice can easily rotten, even being stored in the right way.
For the fourth one is cracker. Open system, closed system. Both for the open system and closed system, the cracker didn't have any microbes or molds that grows on it. But for the open system, the cracker loses its crunchiness starting from day 2. While for the closed system, the cracker is still crunchy until day 7. Why?
This is because the moisture content is lowered to a point at which the activities of food spoilage and food poisoning in microorganisms are inhibited. Because of the low moisture, it is not suitable for bacteria to grow. Because of that, from that experiment, we didn't see any bacteria or molds that grow on the cracker.
And lastly, the cheese. Open system, closed system. Both for the open system and closed system, there are no molds or microbes that grow on the cheese. But for the open system, the cheese becomes hard in texture and it changes its color from light yellow to dark yellow. While on the closed system, the cheese is still in good condition until day 7. Why?
Cheese or butter doesn't spoil quickly because it has a high fat content and relatively low water content. It is less likely to support bacterial growth than other types of dairy products. This is especially true if the cheese or butter is salted, which lowers the water content, further making the environment aren't suitable for bacteria to grow. As a conclusion from our experiment, we can conclude that all microorganisms have a defined temperature, humidity, nutritional source, and oxygen range for them to grow. If bacteria or pathogens landed and grow on the food, it will cause serious diseases if the food is consumed by human. There are lots of bacterial spores that are floating everywhere in the air. So to prevent our food from being spoiled by a pathogen or bacteria, we must use the right way to store our food.